Why small batch manufacturing is changing the pharmaceutical industry. When people think about tablet presses, they usually compare one number, tablets per hour. The higher the output, the better the machine. Some manufacturers proudly advertise production capacities of 300,000, 500,000 or even 1 million tablets per hour. But let me ask you a simple question. Do you really need that? Or more importantly, does your product actually need that? Because today's pharmaceutical industry looks very different than it did 20 years ago. And that's exactly what I like to talk about today. The pharmaceutical industry has changed. For decades, pharmaceutical manufacturing was dominated by blockbuster drugs. One product, millions of patients, millions of tablets. Production campaigns often continued for weeks. The objective was simple: produce as many tablets as possible at the lowest possible cost. But today, the pharmaceutical landscape has changed dramatically. Instead of a few blockbuster products, companies now develop hundreds of highly specialized medicines. We see orphan drugs, personalized medicine, clinical trial production, pediatric formulations, regional products, and small market therapies. Many of these products simply don't require millions of tablets. They required flexibility. What is small batch manufacturing? One thing I like to clarify first. The term small batch manufacturing is often misunderstood. Many people think of laboratory quantities, maybe a few hundred tablets or perhaps a few thousand. But that's usually not what we mean. In pharmaceutical manufacturing, a batch of 200,000 or 500,000 or even 1 million tablets may already be considered as a small production campaign, especially for niche products, orphan drugs, clinical supply or contract manufacturing. This changes everything. Because suddenly, maximum output is no longer the most important performance indicator. Bigger isn't always better. Now, let's think about something most manufacturers rarely discuss. What happens before production starts? A tablet press has to be prepared. It has to be cleaned. Tooling has to be installed. The process needs validation. Product has to be loaded, and afterwards everything has to be cleaned again. For large production campaigns, these preparation times become almost insignificant. But for small batches, they suddenly become extremely important. If you spend several hours preparing a machine just to manufacture a relatively small batch, your efficiency drops dramatically. The hidden cost. Maximum output is easy to measure, but flexibility is much harder to quantify. Let's look at some hidden costs. Every product change requires cleaning. Cleaning means downtime. Downtime means no production. Then we have product losses. Every kilogram of formulation remains inside the machine is wasted. And if your formulation contains expensive APIs, these losses become very costly. Finally, there is process complexity. Large production machines often require more tooling, more maintenance, more validation, and more operator training. These costs rarely appear in brochures, but they appear in your production budget. Why flexibility creates value? This is where compact production presses become interesting. Instead of maximizing output, they maximize flexibility. You can switch products faster, reduce cleaning time, reduce product losses, produce several products during one shift, and react much faster to changing market demands. For many pharmaceutical companies, that's far more valuable than producing another 300 tablets per hour. Where does Rotep fit? At Rotep Systems, our philosophy has always been slightly different. Instead of building the biggest tablet press, we focus on building one of the most flexible. Our machines support pharmaceutical R&D, scale-up, small batch manufacturing within one compact platform. With production capacities of up to 40,000 tablets per hour, Rotep tablet presses are capable of manufacturing commercial products while remaining highly efficient for smaller production campaigns. For many CDMOs, specialty pharmaceutical companies, and innovative drug developers, that combination offers significant advantages. Who benefits? Small batch manufacturing is becoming increasingly important for CDMOs, biotech companies, hospital manufacturing, clinical trial production, personalized medicine, orphan drugs, regional pharmaceutical manufacturers, research organizations. These organizations need flexibility much more often than maximum output. What's the conclusion? The pharmaceutical industry continues to evolve. Products become more specialized. Patient populations become smaller. Development cycles become shorter. Manufacturing becomes more flexible. Perhaps it's time to stop asking how many tablets per hour can your machine produce and instead ask a more important question. How efficiently can your machine produce the batches I actually need? Because in modern pharmaceutical manufacturing, maximum flexibility often creates much more value than maximum output. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing to the channel. We regularly share practical insights into pharmaceutical tablet development, tablet compression, formulation development, scale-up, and modern manufacturing technologies. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.